Welcome to Knoxville, home of the Tennessee Volunteers, where the hymn of choice is good old Rocky Top, and they hope that by the end of this one, it's good on Rocky Top. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Vols will kick it away to start us off. Fair catch called for and made. Challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. The run from the shotgun. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at him.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. And he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to...
And the ball is picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He's going to go for a big one. Pulls it in inside the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Volunteers! And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense.
Nothing but green ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Short yardage play. They'll give it to the wide receiver going to the edge. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Third downs are huge. I got to have success on third down. Sometimes I got to break out some plays that you haven't seen. Nice job getting the wide receiver the football. Hand him the football. Let him do some things in space. Let him get a big first down for you. Let him get a new set of downs for you.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder. No.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Here comes the offense on second down. On the ground, it's Wynn. Tackle is made after the first down. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run game, opens up the play action, exactly how you want to run your offense.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
Seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. We can talk about the next game on the schedule. They're always looking forward to this one.
Finds the tight end. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Handoff to the single back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game on.
Looking to move it through the air. Throws toward the end zone. Fires into traffic, picked off. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has...
And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking left. He's got it. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Toss sweep to the right. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Kentucky. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. One final play before the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter.
Kentucky 14, Tennessee 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Trying to beat him to the left. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Makes a grab enough for the first. And the Vols will hustle to the line.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Power football with the run. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on third down. No huddle offense to the line. Wide receiver shows motion. Right back to the well. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the chains for the first down.
And they just kind of sneak that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on third down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Using his legs, it's Wynn. Finds a crease at the 20. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown ball. Getting set for the point after. Splits those uprights right in half. They put together an 81-yard drive. And he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Throws for the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Great coverage, great break on the ball, had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The Wildcats are rolling down the field. They'll go to the ground. He breaks a tackle. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Going up top on 1st down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
The quarterback just needs to settle down. He looks like he's just too excited right now. He had his receiver wide open down the field and just put way too much mustard on that throw, overthrowing an open guy. That should have been 6.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. The give from the gun. At the 20, he's got space. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wildcats. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Kentucky 21, Tennessee 14.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Leaves it with the running back. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. He now has 80 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. The give to the fullback. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Went to the running game on 1st down, now 2nd down. Here's the give off the left side. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
They'll go right back to it. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really 4-down territory now. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. We need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The option look. The pitch. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, this offense is built behind this guy. I mean, a guy that you can hand the football to consistently and expect positive yards all day long, all game long. Now he's over 100 yards on the day.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
Quarterback moving. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Wants to throw. It's Buck. Floating away. Got out of trouble and throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
It's good. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Throws to the tight end. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He's going to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rodriguez. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Kentucky 21, Tennessee 17.
Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
If I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Touchdown, Tennessee! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Texas is painting an offensive masterpiece so far. It's been like a Bob Ross masterclass. They're up by 17 over Oklahoma. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Intercepted. What a nice play on the pick. Didn't find much running room. They'll let it slide. They've got it at the 29.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. Shakes off the tackler.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Give to the running back. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Shoved back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Well, they've put themselves in a hole. It's 1st and 20. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Volunteers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Just about set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
It's complete. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. 6. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. To the ground with the back. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on 1st down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on 1st down and just letting him go to work to set up 2nd and short?
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Run it with the fullback. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Looking to throw, it's Buck. Buying some time. Now he'll fire back into the middle. And he hauls it in inside the 30. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. They'll give it to the back. And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter.
The end of the 3rd quarter. Tennessee 31, Kentucky 21.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Got some room headed to the goal line. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Gets it out fast. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And really good job knowing I don't get in the end zone. I got to get close to the end zone, be ready to break on the football as soon as they throw up. I can't give up any yards after the catch, and they don't right there.
Ready
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown ball. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Kentucky, 21.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the middle mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
It's complete. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Lets it fly. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
1st down here for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd down.
They'll go empty. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 15. Back to throw, it's Buck. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And the Volunteers want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there A similar situation with a lead like this, they'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They're going to throw it again. Flushed out of the pocket. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Back to throw, it's Buck. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Vols line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride, and it's just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W. Going for it all. Touchdown, Tennessee! And the pummeling has started. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Arkansas is dominating this one, thanks to an offense that's been running hog wild since the opening kickoff. They're up 14 over Miami. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. The running back has it. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead has ballooned like it has.
Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Rides to the back. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did. We saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.